When Queen Elizabeth passed away, I don't know if you guys knew this, but when King Charles had his crowning, he was crowned the king of Yahudah. Yes, this was in December of 2024 or 2023. Whatever the year that Queen Elizabeth passed, he was ordained and crowned the king of Yahudah. And let me tell you, it is blasphemy of the highest order for King Charles or any Gentile royal, religious or political leader to claim the kingship of Yahudah, the covenant promises of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the divine right to rule Yahuwah's people, especially when they have no genetic, covenantal, or spiritual tie to the 12 tribes of Yasharel. This isn't just historical error. It's prophetic deception, replacement theology, and open rebellion against Yahuwah's divine order. So who does Yahuwah say is king of Yahudah? Well, in Genesis 49:10, it says, the scepter shall not depart from Yahudah, not a lawgiver from between his feet until Shiloh comes. The prophecy clearly says kingship. Scepter belongs to Yahudah, the tribe from which Yahusha came. No Gentile, no European monarch, no Roman church can assume this position. The kingship is not just symbolic, it's a bloodline, spiritual authority, and covenant backed. The covenant is with the bloodline of Jacob, not European royalty. In Genesis 17:7, and I will establish my covenant between me and you and your seed after you in their generations for an everlasting covenant. Yahuwah's covenant is specific and generational. It is for Abraham, Isaac, not Ishmael, Jacob, not Esau, the 12 tribes. No amount of British royal lineage, religious tradition, or church authority can override this covenant. So the false claim equals blasphemy and identity theft. In Revelations 3:9, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Yehudim and are not, but do lie. This is a direct rebuke of those who claim to be the chosen, but are not. Those who pretend to be Yahudah, but are liars. Those who rule religious and royal systems, but are not in covenant with Yahuwah. King Charles' claim to be king of Yahudah is spiritual identity theft. The same spirit that drove the Catholic Church, the Zionist movement, and the colonial empires to steal lands, Bibles, and lineages. It is the spirit of Esau who sold his birthright, but later sought it with tears. Gentiles were never promised rulership over Yahudah. Gentiles were grafted in for salvation, not to rule over the covenant people. In John 4:22, salvation is of the Yehudim. Romans 11:18, do not boast against the branches. You do not support the root supports you. Gentiles are invited into the blessings of obedience, not to take over the royal line, kingship, or throne of David. For a Gentile king to claim Yahudah is to exalt himself over Yahuwah's order, mock the suffering and scattering of Yahudah, usurp the prophetic place reserved for Yahusha and his people. This is flat out blasphemy. British monarchy, colonial dominion, not covenant. The British Empire enslaved, colonized, and massacred the very people of Yahuwah, changed names, removed identities, and established false religions. Built wealth on the backs of Yahudah, scattering them through slavery and oppression. Now their king claims to be the defender of the faith and the king of Yahudah? What? Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. In Isaiah 5:20. Yahuwah will judge all false claimants. In Joel 3:2, for Yahuwah has controversy with the nation. Isaiah 11:12, he shall gather the outcasts of Yasharel and the dispersed of Yahudah. In Obadiah 1:21, and the kingdom shall be Yahuwah's. Yahuwah will expose every false king, restore the true Yehudim, place Yahusha on the throne of David forever. In Luke 1:52, he has put down the mighty from their seats and exalted them of low degree. So my final word to you, Yasharel, do not be deceived. King Charles may be king in the eyes of the nations, but he is not the king of Yahudah. The title is reserved for Yahushua HaMashiach, the Lion of Yahudah, and the restored remnant of Yasharel. The days of Gentile rulership are numbered. The deception is being uncovered, and Yahuwah is rising to vindicate his people.